Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Fans don't believe Tammy Slaton can actually wash herself. In the latest episode of 1,000 Sisters, Tammy Slaton declares that she is thankful to be as independent as she is. In conversations with her older sister, Misty, Tammy muses that her family should be looking on the bright side. She told Misty that they should be thankful that she isn't bedridden and that they do not have to perform various unsavory tasks like changing her sheets, bathing her, and wiping her after using the restroom. Show fans, however, aren't sure how true this claim is. It seems that many viewers wonder if she can actually bathe herself. Read on to find out why TLC fans are questioning Tammy's alleged independence. Tammy Slaton tells everyone she is independent. During Season 3 of 1,000 Sisters, fans have definitely noticed how often Tammy Slaton brings up how independent she is. She has often been quoted telling people that she doesn't need Amy and that her sister only does minimal tasks for her to help in her daily life. Unfortunately for Tammy, many fans are quick to point out that she is a lot less independent than she claims to be. In addition to having Amy and Michael living next door, the family has also hired a home health nurse named Tisa, who is doing her best to help make sure Tammy's needs are met. In many instances, Tammy refuses to follow the exercise regimen set by her physician. So Michael and Nurse Tisa have been taking on the burden of having to push her everywhere. Recently, in fact, Tisa and Tammy got into a heated argument in an earlier episode over her refusal to walk even minimal distances. In the latest episode, Tammy even tells Misty that she is lucky to be as independent as she is, and that her siblings should be grateful they don't have to wash, bathe, and change her. But is Tammy really as independent as she claims to be? Fans don't believe Tammy Slaton's claims. Fans of the hit TLC show 1,000 Sisters are a little confused when it comes to Tammy's claims of independence. While many are thankful that Tammy hasn't crossed over the border into bedridden, they don't necessarily believe that she can call herself independent. Over the last 3 seasons of the show, viewers have watched Tammy be waited on hand and foot by her family members, Amy in particular. Viewers consistently express anger when it comes to how much coddling the family does when it comes to Tammy. The celeb siblings have expressed feeling sadness and guilt when it comes to Tammy Slaton's lack of mobility, and often help her with everything on reflex. Fans have expressed repeatedly that this is not doing anything but making her more dependent on them. The show has highlighted repeatedly that Tammy does not cook or clean for herself. The celeb rarely shops for herself and forces her family into transporting her and pushing her wheelchair. When it comes to her personal care, the show reveals Tammy doesn't always make personal hygiene a priority. In fact, during an earlier season, the celeb went to the dentist for the first time in a decade, revealing to the dentist that she brushes her teeth maybe once or twice per week. Additionally, while Tammy may not plague her family with the task of washing her, someone does need to assist her. Right now that person is her nurse. This was seen just a few episodes back when Tisa asked if Tammy was ready for her to help get herself washed. We also know that she bathes on the toilet because she can't stand in the tub. So, it is safe to assume that washing and maintaining standards of personal hygiene are not things she can do without assistance and accountability. We can also assume that Amy was once responsible for Tammy's hygiene. Why? Because Nurse Tisa was hired to help alleviate Amy from some of the strain of Tammy's daily care. This just further proves how little independence Tammy actually exercises. No pun intended. Fans want Tammy to stop being delusional. It's easy to see that Tammy Slaton is far from being independent. Consequently, fans worry she is deep in denial. Yes, she's trying to look at the bright side of things, but her defenses are, for the most part, not true. What makes fans even angrier is that they can see that she is creating a narrative that makes light of her situation rather than making any attempt to fix it. Currently, Tammy is more dependent on others than she has ever been. And if she doesn't make some massive changes, she could easily become bedridden, losing any chance she might have of turning things around. So what are 1,000 sister viewers saying about Tammy's bolstered idea of independence? Well, thousands took to Twitter after the latest episode to call out the celeb on her fibs. Many were not mincing words over their disdain for Tammy Slaton's lack of effort to save her own life. Tammy with the mental gymnastics, wrote one watcher, justifying that the family should be thankful that she wipes her own ass. Tammy needs to decide if losing weight is a priority, quipped another. She's rolling out of time. For years, Tammy Slaton had gotten used to people having opinions about her life. Opinions about her weight. Opinions about her choices. Opinions about her relationships, her food, her clothes, her mobility scooter, even her breathing patterns. But nothing ever seemed to generate as much noise as the topic of her personal hygiene. One chilly November morning in Dixon, Tammy scrolled through the comments section under a fan page discussing the latest episode of 1,000-Pound Sisters. She'd thought the topic would be about her new diet plan or her sister Amy's hilarious meltdown over a broken air fryer. Instead, the thread had spiraled into a bizarre debate about whether Tammy Slaton had the ability, or the motivation, to wash herself. Tammy narrowed her eyes at the screen. She can't even lift her arms. No way she showers without a whole crew. I don't believe she ever gets fully clean. The comments went on and on. Ugly, petty, and relentless. She tossed her phone aside with a grunt. Really? This is what they're talking about now. Her husband, Caleb, peeked into the room. What's going on, babe? Tammy swung her legs, easing herself upright. Her body was still adjusting to life after massive weight loss, after rehab, after surgeries, after learning to walk again without the oxygen tank. She'd come a long way. But fans didn't always want to see progress. They preferred the drama. It's nothing, Tammy muttered. Just people talking like they know everything. Caleb crossed his arms. Comments? Yep. He sighed. Ignore them. I try, she said. But they talk about stuff that ain't even true. It's like they want me to be stuck. Caleb stepped closer, giving her that grounding, quiet confidence she loved about him. Then show them different. You always do. Tammy's eyes sharpened with mischief. You know what? Maybe I will. The plan. By lunchtime, Tammy had decided she was tired of being a myth. If fans wanted to gossip about whether she could wash herself, she'd give them a reality check. She sat Amy down at the kitchen table. Amy, halfway through a bowl of mac and cheese, blinked dramatically. You want me to do what? Tammy shrugged. Not literally washing. Tammy shouted. I ain't showing people my hoo-ha. Just something to prove I can do it myself now. Amy wiped a cheese splash off her shirt. Girl, why do you even care? Because, Tammy said, voice softening, I worked hard to get to this point. I used to need people to help me with everything. I couldn't stand up long enough to even rinse my hair. And now I can. And people still talk like I'm the old me. Amy tapped her spoon against the bowl, thinking. All right, but we're making it cute. Cute? Yep. A lil montage. A lil Tammy glam. A lil slow-mo hair flip. Tammy's jaw dropped. I can't hair flip. My neck will snap. Amy giggled. We'll improvise. Tammy's hygiene montage. The Slaton sisters transformed the bathroom into a makeshift filming studio. Amy turned on bright ring lights. Tammy arranged colorful towels and her favorite lavender body wash. The energy felt goofy, ridiculous, but empowering. Amy started recording. Hey y'all, Tammy said confidently, sitting in her shower chair. Welcome to Tammy's self-care moment, because apparently some folks don't think it exists. Amy nearly choked behind the camera. Tammy then demonstrated exactly how she managed her routine. She lifted her arms, higher than she'd ever been able to in past seasons. She sprayed water from the detachable shower head, showing the reach. She held up the long-handled sponge she used to get her back. She demonstrated how she washed her legs and feet safely. She even showed the special stool she used for stability. Practical, not glamorous, but real. All while keeping it fully PG. At the end, Tammy looked directly into the camera. I've come a long way. So before you say what I can't do, remember, you ain't here. You don't see my progress every day. But I do. Amy wiped a tear. Dang Tammy, that was actually inspirational. Tammy grinned. That's because I am inspiring. The internet erupts. The video went up on TikTok and Instagram the next morning. Within minutes, Tammy's notifications exploded. Dang Tammy. Proud of you. Girl, you look strong. This is the real progress people needed to see. Sorry for ever doubting you. Of course, there were still a few trolls. She staged it. That's not even her bathroom. But she didn't actually wash anything. Tammy didn't care. She scrolled through the positive messages, feeling something she rarely felt after reading fan comments. Relief. Caleb peeked over her shoulder. See? Told you. Yeah, she said, waving him off with a dramatic eye roll. I guess you were right. He smirked. I'm always right. Don't push your luck. The follow-up. 2 days later, TLC producers called. Tammy, the director said, that video has tripled your engagement. Fans love seeing you take ownership. We want to film a special episode around your independence and personal routines. Tammy's mouth fell open. Wait, you want a full episode about me showering? Well, not exactly. But the message is powerful. She laughed. Shoot, why not? Better than filming me crying over cheeseburgers again. Amy shouted from the other room. That was one time. Tammy hung up the phone and leaned back, letting the moment wash over her, pun fully intended. For years, she'd been seen as helpless. For years, people believed she would never change. But here she was, showing the world she was stronger, more capable, and more determined than ever. She didn't need fans to believe in her. She just needed to prove she believed in herself. Epilogue IO. Later that night, as Tammy read one last wave of supportive comments, she posted a final message. Y'all asked if I can wash myself. Now you know I can. I do. And next time someone doubts me, just wait. I'll surprise you again. She added her signature. You stay clean. And the internet howled with laughter. Tammy smiled, turned off her phone, and walked to the bathroom. Fully independent, fully capable, and fully proud.